Hey, Colabcoaching yet again to share some wise words and wisdom for the week. Week number four, which means the end of the series. So I know it's bittersweet, but the beautiful thing is that we've learned so much about this topic of relationship goals. And this last week, we're gonna get into it, combine everything that we've learned, and make sure it comes out beautiful for you, your relationships, your future relationships. So, without any further delay, the question slash thought I have for you this week is how to keep relationship goals going. You know, it's one thing to create the goals, it's another thing to talk about the goals. And then finally, how do you actually keep it going? You know, it's easy for us to say, you want this to last forever. You know, you hear it in songs, you hear it in poetry, you hear it in the social media. I want this to be forever, forever, forever. But in reality, good things don't always last forever. It's sad to hear it. It's sad to internalize it and believe it. But it doesn't always last forever. But, 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 it can continue to move in the right direction. That's the beautiful thing I want you to realize is that your goals may not be everlasting. They may not always be concrete and set in stone. But the beautiful thing is that you can always move in the right direction. So let's get into it. Now, what I mean by set in stone, yeah, write down your goals. Please do. Please do write down your goals. Please do express your goals. Please do talk about your goals. That's the beautiful thing about it. We have to do that. Now, when it's set in stone, is that we have to realize there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be setups, setbacks, everything in that nature. The beautiful thing that I want you to realize is that those setbacks are going to set you up to continue to move forward. Now, let's give an example. Now, let's say you and your significant other had a goal to have a house. You guys, as I talked about last week, the house situation. You guys had a goal. You finally come to a consensus of, you're going to get a townhouse, but not in the city, a townhouse close to the city, not too far that you have to commute super far away, but at the same time, you still have the quietness of a town vibe in the city you specifically live in. Now, you get to that point and you realize that it's out of your budget. You found the house, you found exactly the location that you wanted, you found everything, but it's out of your budget. What do? You got set back. There was a setback here. But the beautiful thing about it is that now you know how to set yourself up for the future. You know exactly what you're looking for. You know exactly the location. You know exactly the price range. And you know exactly what you're going to settle for and not settle for, or to realize that, we need to refine these goals and make these goals better. This is just a simple example for that. But let's make it a relationship. I'm a relationship coach. Let's do relationship stuff. So another example you can think of is having children. You may have thought about it. Maybe your significant other wants 3. You may want 1. you don't want to compromise. They don't want to compromise. What do you do in that situation? 1, establish the goal, express the goal, talk about the goal. You and your significant other have these conversations. That's step 1. Step 2, be aware of the ups and downs of this goal. One person wants 1, another person wants 3. The math is not cohesive. What do? So the person that wants 1, you can compromise with the person that wants 3 and say, hey, I may not want to conceive 2 children, but I am okay with adopting a child, making it 2 or 3. Now the person that wants the 3 children, they may not have 3 conceived children, but they might have 1 conceived and 2 adopted that they'll love the same way. Come on, that's number 2. So the third thing, make sure that you are able to pivot and redefine the goals. Maybe you get to having 1 child and then you have a adopted child, and then one of your significant others, okay, you know what? Maybe we can conceive and have a 3rd one. Maybe we conceive and have a 4th one. Be flexible. So the first person that just wanted 1 child is flexible. the person that wanted 3 can now be flexible for having 3 or 4. It's all about you, your significant other communicating. All of this is about communication. But then, of course, actions. Because you want to have purposeful actions. You don't want to just say, these are my goals and that's it. I'm striving for these goals. Deal with it or not. You're not getting nowhere. Relationship will not happen in the way that you want it. The goals will not be achieved in the way that you want it. You may have it achieved, but it won't feel good. It won't feel good. So you have to remember that your goals are your goals. Your significant other's goals are your significant other's goals. You are coming together to move in one accord. Not to say, I'm moving towards that person's goals. I'm moving towards this person's goals. We are coming one accord so that we can continue to move forward in the right direction for these goals. And remember, these goals may not be set in stone. There's going to be ups and downs. They're going to be trials and errors. They're going to be redefining periods of your goals. You're going to have a sowing season, a reaping season. You're going to have to deal with certain circumstances that maybe, dang, my goal wasn't really thought out the best way that I thought it was. Or your significant other's goals was not thought out the best way. And now you have to break the news to your significant other that, I care about you, I love you, but this is not going to be feasible. This is not going to work. These are all parts of creating goals and keeping it going. You keep it going. You understand that the goal is meant to be refined. Refined, I'm not saying change. I'm not saying diminished. I'm not saying not done. Refined. 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 Refined means that you are constantly molding, kneading, making sure that things are moving in the right direction. If it's not, you might have to cut off a piece of a goal. If it is, you might have to add on a goal. That's all between you and your significant other. Make it happen, because goals can keep going. Not to say it's going to be the same as that goal, but it's going to be a goal that you both will be happy achieving. Simple as that. So if you're looking at me, you're asking me, well, how do you keep goals, relationship goals, going? How do you keep relationship goals going? You keep relationship goals going in 3 simple steps. 1, make sure you and your significant other are on one accord. Not to say that you're working towards one person's goals. You're working towards each individual's goals, but bringing them together. You may have to cut off a piece of one person's goal. You may have to add on to one person's goal. But as long as you guys are moving in one accord, that is the beautiful part. Second thing is that you remember there's going to be ups and downs, and there are going to be setbacks. And those setbacks will build you up to set up in the right direction. Remember, the goal is not gone as long as you're moving in the right direction. The last thing to remember is that make sure you are able to refine the goals. The goals should not be set in stone. You're going to learn, you're going to grow, you might have to cut some things out, but as long as you're refining, making sure it gets better and better, I promise you, your goal is going to keep going, your relationship goal is going to keep going. Simple as that. Simple as that. To make it especially simple, how to keep relationships going. Relationship goals. How to keep relationship goals going. 1 is that you and your significant other need to be on one accord. Talk about each other's goals. Not that you're just focusing on one person's goals. You're focusing on both individuals' goals and coming together to make it feasible so you guys can both work on them together, one accord. Second thing is that, remember, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be setbacks. But the setbacks should be able to set you up to keep moving in the right direction. It may not be exactly what you both are looking for, but at least you're moving in the right direction. The third thing is that make sure these goals are able to be refined, not to be diminished, not to be destroyed, but to be refined, continuously growing on these goals, continuously remembering and realizing, hey, maybe this goal is not going to work out, but now we're able to work together to make a better, successful goal. That's how you keep relationship goals going. Simple as that. So if you're struggling with this, message me, yourcolabcoach.com, www.yourcolabcoach.com. Email is colabcoaching@gmail.com. COLABCOACHING@gmail.com. Facebook, Colab Coaching. Instagram, Colab Coaching. If you're ready for coaching right now, go to my website. Sign up for that free 15-minute coaching session So we can talk about whatever you want to talk about and fill out that relationship checklist so you know exactly what you want to talk about. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Share my whole relationship goals series with someone that is needing to refine their relationship goals to be the best relationship goals they've had ever. Finally, Fresh Eyes Solve Problems Easier, my own book. I wrote this book. I did an audio book for this book. It's now out on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles. It's on Doris Publishing website, the company that publishes. It's on Lantern Audio, the company that I went to do the audio book. It's on Audible, wherever, ever you get a book. Write a review, tell me what you thought about it, share this. It's all about self-love, the Self-Relationship Project. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day. Be safe out there. Bye.